How do you make up with something like this is a Brahmastra? How do you relate to this? Tell me this.
It's just
Like I'm seeing one of your videos. My favorite. This is my favorite YouTube channel, by the way. So, what's that? What are you doing? Tell me this.
Now you can see that's a lingam that we found in Cambodia.
Okay.
And it's not just the lingam. If you look at the blocks just behind the lingam also,
Mm-hmm.
you can see all the blocks are just like they're all over the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see that the parts are there. The lingam is half broken, right? And if you come just and you can see how big that lingam is, by the way.
Yeah.
It's larger than me. But if you just go to the entrance of the temple, you will notice something very strange. Okay, it's not the ruins, but it'll kind of. I'm just, of course, now we're gonna use some explosion. This is all AI done, but that's how it really looks. So you see that. So if you look at the entrance, it looks as if there was a bomb went off from the inside, and then the entire it's actually hard to even get into it. If you see that, that's how it actually looks, as though there was an explosion inside the temple, and all these stone blocks just fell out.
So eventually, this would mean that there was some kind of an attack in this temple.
Local stories differ. One of them is just they had during the war with Thailand. Somebody there. There was an explosion. This is Cambodia. They often fight with Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And some people even say that no, during the Khmer Rouge, they had some a particular regime a few decades ago. They said they were bombing all the temples. They exploded all the temples. And in some other cases, they say no, this is an ancient explosion, right? There was an explosion that happened many like centuries ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll find many, and again,
Where is the Brahmastra?
you cannot see the Brahmastra. I mean, I would have then you don't have to see it on YouTube, right? Because it'll be all over the news. But
you
will
never know.
find,
Praveen Mohan can do anything. I totally trust this guy.
You can find some very, very interesting carvings. Like one of the carvings that I really liked was the underwater, right? The one that I really like to do. Can we go down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we go down a little bit more? Yeah, just right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched this one.
Did you? Yeah, see that? You see the size?
So cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this would mean that there was a civilization here, and they were having underground lingams as well.
Underground lingams are there. Underwater lingams are there. I showed you the red lingam is there. The exploded kind of lingams are there. All a variety of lingams. This place is known as Sahasralinga, meaning 1,000 lingams, all carved, underwater. Like now it's a very dry season, so it's at least we're able to see. But when the water really starts flowing, then you become invisible, and you see how many lingams are there.
This is inside.
Yeah, that's under the water. Yeah.
So what would be the purpose inside under the water for creating lingam?
So, the general idea was Cambodia was a jungle, and then they cleared all the trees and they made and started to plant crops, rice crops. They wanted to grow rice. The water comes from the mountain, and they put it in the fields, right? But the rice did not grow.
Wow.
Now, why? Because it did not have the power of Shiva. So the water has to go through the lingams to get a certain power. to make the soil fertile.
Right.
So this is the whole idea that the lingams were created in the flowing. And there's one more massive. This is again the Ravana's lingam there. Oh, fine. At the very very interesting place. There you go. Let's see how big that is. 10 by 10. It's almost a big room. And inside underwater, you'll see a very strange lingam. That's the lingam carved underwater. It's almost like an egg. And then it's not just one, okay? So everywhere you stand, under your feet, I'll show you. It's very, see, right there. See, I think I made a mistake. So everywhere you stand under your feet as well, you will find more lingams. You think that's one big lingam,
Got it.
but it's full of
Right.
lingams.
Why do you think that there's so many lingams in the world? Like, is this only a spiritual or a religious reason to it, or there could be something other than that for having a lingam around?
I think these are just kind of energy sources created to give us energy and healing. When we take these people to Cambodia and Thailand, and now we're doing a tour in India. When we take them,
India?
Yeah, we're doing a tour in India too in September. Taking them to Kailasa Temple. We're taking them to all the lathe turned pillars, Hoysaliswara Temple, Chennakeshwar. So all the mysteries we talked about, I take people on tours. And when they go and touch the lingams, start crying. People start crying. Very, very interesting. I did not know about this, that people react like this. Because we go there to research the lingams and temples. We carry all the cameras and we're filming and we're touching and we're measuring. So we look at them as just objects, like we just like to research them as something like an intriguing thing. But when these people come with us, we take them on the tours and they touch the lingam, they just start crying.
Yeah.
And we cannot stop them.
Exclusive, yeah.
The first few times we were just shocked, and you're like, why is it happening? But it turns out that there is something about the lingams, like somebody will cry when they touch the underwater lingam. Somebody was touching the Ravana's red lingam, and they couldn't stop. They were just crying for like 45 minutes, because so it has this energy to them that
transfers.
Yeah, it literally does something to their soul. It's kind of a transformational journey.
Which is the oldest Shiva lingam in the world?
They say the oldest Shiva lingam is in Gudimallam. This is in South India. They say it's older than 2,000 years. It's a very odd lingam. It looks almost like he's standing on a rocket ship. Yeah.
We talked about lingam. I want to, because we'll have another episode, we'll talk about civilizations and other things as well. Before moving there, I just want you to, because we've talked a lot about technologies, we talked about temples and ancient figures. I want to know that who were these ancient builders? Who are our forefathers who were great engineers, who were great architects? Who were they really? Were they humans? Were they rishis? What's your theory on it? What do you think?
My theory is basically the same as what the ancient texts say. Ancient texts say that Shiva came from Shivaloka and Vishnu came from Vishnuloka or Vaikunta. And the same theory goes on and on about the Devas, the Asuras, and they coexisted with humans. They intermarried with them. They helped the humans. Today we have various theories, right? We call them extraterrestrials. So the like what is happening with the UFO, right? They're coming through this. But the basic idea that is, this is not my point of view, but this is mentioned again and again in ancient texts, Indian texts, that the gods came from the sky on earth and they created this entire civilization.
Right.
Right. So, in my opinion, the ancient builders were just that. And this is why the texts, even the texts, they're called aparushaya, meaning that we didn't write the texts.
Right.
Right. The texts, like all the Vedas,
Right.
right? They have a superhuman quality to them because they are superhuman.
Right.
So the ancient builders, in essence, were not human. And this is what I really think. And I think it was a major catalyst. Again, this ties in with the UFO disclosure, right? So 20 years ago, even talking about UFOs, complete pseudoscience. Right? Today, it's normal to talk about UFO disclosure, so it's normal. 20 years later, we'll accept it. But think about it. If extraterrestrials can come now, right?
Why not back then?
Why not 5,000, 10,000 years ago?
Interesting.
Right?
Really interesting.